Hello and welcome to episode number 51 of Supercalifragilistic. My name is Christian Rauchwald and today we're going to talk about why nothing worth having comes easy. Before we get to that, as always, I want to quickly welcome everybody who tunes in for the first time. Make sure to check out the first episode of this playlist to know what this whole vlog slash podcast is all about, and then enjoy the content. Progress reports are usually on Sunday, in terms of what this challenge is all about and how it's going for me. And just check the episodes that start with report 1, 2, 3 and so on within the playlist. So why does it say, or why is there saying that says nothing worth having comes easy, or one that says I'm gonna do what others are not willing to do today to be able to do what they can do tomorrow? It's simply because whatever you want to achieve, it always takes some kind of sacrifice, no matter and it's not about if it's worth achieving something. I'm just gonna talk about the general approach here. Yeah. So for example, if you were to want to have good grades in school, it will mean that you will, depending on how good you are in certain subject, but overall in general, it means you will need to spend more time studying, which means you will have to sacrifice time that other kids go out and play with their friends, or go to the beach, or when they're then teenagers they go out to drink on the weekends, while you maybe stay at home and still finish your homework or assignment or stuff like that. And the difference is because you did today what they weren't willing to do, meaning you focused on getting your shit together and shit done over going out and being hangover the next day. You will be able to do tomorrow what they won't be able to do, which means you will have better grades. And if you're looking for employment, that's a great way to get a better job, a higher starting salary and so on. Yeah. Now, in terms of business, when you're self-employed, it kind of means also, while people who are employees, and there's nothing bad with being an employee, usually, a lot of them have a kind of it's 5 p.m. I go home, not my business anymore. Yeah. Mentality. So they don't really care about what happens after they clock out. Yeah. They do not think about the consequences. If they don't do their job well and others don't do their job well, the company won't do well. Nobody will be able to pay them their salaries. The company will declare bankruptcy and they will be out of a job. They sometimes do not think like that. Yeah. While when you're self-employed and you're building something, you do not say well, it's 5 p.m. I'm going to stop for today, unless you promised somebody that you will do it like this. Yeah. But you rather make the sacrifice of saying well, I want to finish this, and if it may be 6 or something, or it may be even longer. Yesterday actually I didn't go to bed at all because I was still dealing with Facebook ads, and then had a video call till 4 or 5 in the morning and stuff like that, and just started working on the next thing. And that's obviously a sacrifice because A, I'm lacking the sleep, B, I would love to go to bed and sleep next to my fiance. Yeah, I would love to avoid her being angry for me not being there the whole night, and she being alone. So, but it's those kind of sacrifices, and it's not meaning permanent sacrifices, but you need to make some sacrifices in terms of maybe it's if we talk about my favorite subject, the ClickFunnels One Funnel Away Challenge, which is $100, and people then say they don't have the money for it. Yeah, then you need to make the sacrifice. For example, sell your Xbox, cancel your Netflix subscription and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe downgrade your phone plan, whatever. Sell stuff that you do not need anymore, that you can live without. Yeah, maybe even sell your TV. Yeah, go ahead, sell your TV. Suddenly you have $100. You can take the challenge. It's a sacrifice others are not willing to take. Yeah, and because you're willing to take it today or to do it today, you will be able to do what they won't be able to do tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but in the future. Yeah, because you will then, instead of having a TV to look into and be just brain dead watching some stuff, you will actually have a 30-day training that really challenges your mind and teaches you something, and suddenly you have new knowledge that you can apply in every kind of business or every kind of job. Yeah, and so it's really important to understand that it's obviously it's always a tough choice, because nobody knows how long we're going to be on this planet. Yeah, nobody knows. Everybody thinks or ignores the fact that we're all mortal until it's too late. And there's enough people that die at a young age, and not die with 90 in their sleep. And so of course it could also be that you sacrifice too much, and then before you actually reach the point that you're able to enjoy it, your life's going to be over because there's an accident or something. Yeah. But on the other hand, if you don't sacrifice, well, your life's always going to be average. If you do average things, or the things average people do all the time, well, your lives by definition can only be average. Yeah. And it also goes well with the saying, if what Albert Einstein said, insanity is basically doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Yet what people do, or what most people do, it's kind of like they do the same thing over and over again. They keep working in their regular job. They keep like spending their money on Netflix, on drinking, on whatever, yeah, and not thinking about investing, building a passive income, the difference between assets and liabilities, and all that stuff. So they do the same thing over and over again, yet they still expect to someday enter bridge, yeah, like magically, as if the money would just fall from the ceiling or something, yeah. And it also is kind of like, there's a saying about like in order to grow you need to like be uncomfortable, yeah, which means like if you're out of your comfort zone, that's the only way you can grow. When you're comfortable, yeah, it's kind of like everything is fine as it is. Why should it change? For example, if you're not good at public speaking and you start public speaking, it will make you very, very uncomfortable, but you will get better at it. If you're afraid, like or like scared or whatever of like starting recording your YouTube videos for your YouTube channel because you think like, oh my god, my videos don't look like Hollywood movies, or I cannot create this amazing thumbnail pictures others can, yeah. If you just like don't do it, well, you will be within your comfort zone, but nothing's gonna change. If you then say like, screw this, I'm just gonna do it, and you start recording, and maybe your first 1, 2, 3, maybe even your first 100 videos suck, yeah, but then you will get some kind of like routine into it. It will just become like, okay, let's turn the camera on, and there you go, yeah. And even with the thumbnail creation, if you practice it, basically there's a saying like, if you spend 10,000 hours at anything, you will master it. Yeah, now I'm not saying you should spend 10,000 hours at creating thumbnails, but the point is like you will like very fast like learn how to do it. You watch a YouTube tutorial about it, and then you try and you try and you try, and again you would do something others are not willing to do. Everybody looks at these YouTube celebrities that have like millions of followers and like drive the nice cars and have the nice vacations, and for sure partially envies them, yeah, because it would be so nice, because most people think money solves all the problem and provides happiness, yeah. But how come? I mean, YouTube is actually easy. You don't even need a computer or stuff like that. Like I do, you need your phone, the YouTube app, you go to record and you start recording, or you record with your camera, you go to the YouTube app, you go to upload and you upload. You give it a title, a description, and maybe an image, and there you go, yeah. And while of course like professionally made videos that like, for example, if I would even go further and before recording the videos actually write down a script for the video, yeah, my videos would deliver even more value, yeah, and the content would be kind of like easier to follow for a lot of people, yeah. So if I would beforehand actually start like do like a keyword research, what are people currently looking for, and then from that point like go to, okay, what topic can I talk about that hits those keywords, and then write a script about like, so I know I will end up with, let's say, like maximum 10-minute video, so that it's not too long for people and not too long for me to record, and then think about the perfect thumbnail and so on. My YouTube channel would perform even better, yeah, for sure, yeah. But that's, for example, a sacrifice I'm yet not willing to make yet, because I also have other things to do, yeah, and just focusing on the YouTube videos is just not gonna get me there short term, yeah. Because when you think about it, like everybody can have success with YouTube, even if you are really, really crappy, even if what you do is like collect post stamps or something. If every day you publish a video showing one of your post stamps and why it's great, where you got it, how much it was originally, and how high it's valued now, well, there's other people out there who are into that, yeah. And even if your videos don't look professional, like with every video that you create, you have one more chance that people find your videos. I can see that myself, yeah, that I started out like with like almost nothing, because I had this channel before, but I only occasionally published, so there was no like how to say, like continuity, no, like I didn't do it constantly or like frequent, or yeah, whatever, you know what I mean, yeah. And so like the views were not really there. There were some views and then nothing, and some views and then nothing. Now we are talking about like I probably have like 60 videos on my channel right now, like 51 episodes of Supercalifragilistic and a couple tutorials. And some of these videos I do believe like are really, really valuable, like provide a lot of content. And in others, because I'm distracted or I'm not 100% focused or something, it's kind of like I deliver value, but it's very, very hard to like perceive it, yeah. And still, if I look into the YouTube statistics, I can see that, well, last month on average my videos showed up like in 50 search results, yeah. Now at the moment we are somewhere between like 350 and 1000, yeah. So like that my videos show up in search results, yeah. That doesn't mean that people click on it, but even in terms of views, where like before it was like 1 or 2 views per day, we are now at like above 50 every day, yeah. And So you see, yes, in terms of subscribers, I started out, I think I already had 20 subscribers when I switched from my old like German gaming vlog to finally like starting this challenge, taking like yeah, like documenting the journey of like building a company, blah blah blah. And we're now at 49 subscribers, yeah, which means like it's not double, but it's almost double in like 41 days, yeah, 51 days, yeah. So you see, like it's possible. It's like just take the numbers that you just heard from me and then think about like doing this for like, let's say 1.5 years for 500 days, and suddenly your YouTube channel will pay you a decent income, yeah. Or even if it doesn't really matter, even if your YouTube channel just pays you like $50 per month, it's $600 per year, it's probably a month's rent or even more for you, yeah, that you just get from the videos. On top of that, the more videos you make, the more chance people get to view your videos, the more people who actually identify with you, are able to identify with you, will find your videos and will then obviously start following you, and you will start building a community, a following, like people who are like-minded or people who want to be like you or want to learn something from you and stuff like that. So it's really a great thing to do, and it really qualifies, and like nothing worth having comes easy, and do what other people are not willing to do, yeah. And then people say, if it were so easy, everybody would do it. Yeah, because people keep saying that shit, not everybody does it. Yeah, because it's like the number one excuse. Well, if it were so easy, yeah, everybody would do it. Yeah, a lot of things are easy once you know how they work, of course. Yeah, YouTube for sure is not easy, like when you start recording your first video, because you're gonna be like, okay, what do I write as a title? What do I write as a description? It of course includes some learning in like which keywords to use, which titles and so on. And shit, I haven't mastered that either yet. Yeah, but the point is, if you do not practice, how will you ever get better? It's impossible to master a skill without practicing in it, yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And also the reason why I do not use, for example, pre-written scripts, yeah, because if I were to use pre-written scripts, it would take more time to figure out the script, yeah. It would obviously help me to practice like speaking by script, that for sure. Oh, sorry. But on the other hand, like by not having a script but just on the fly usually coming up with a topic to talk about, it also kind of like trains, I think, my creative mind to like on the spot come up with a topic and the reasoning for it. And so I think it's like it has its up and downs for sure, yeah. The same applies to if you were to create a podcast, yeah. I mean, your reach with a podcast is not as high. There are like a lot of podcast listeners, but your podcasts don't show up on Google search like videos do, yeah. Yeah, your podcasts don't have like that many how to say, there's not as because there's so many platforms that your listeners is further distributed. Your podcasts are limited to audio only, like, which makes it sometimes hard for me to come up with an episode, because I cannot say like, and now look here on my screen or something like that, or show something in the camera. So yeah, but still, even with a podcast, maybe there you need 2 years or something, and that's even easier. You download the Anchor app on your phone, it's free, and then you just like, you don't even have to record a whole episode in one go, yeah? You can just record the intro first, like, hi there, blah, 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 and so on. Then later in the day, when you have time, you record like, today we're gonna talk about blah, blah, blah. And then like, as you go, you just like record pieces of it and fit it together into one episode, yeah? And if you're in the US, you can even make money with Anchor, because you can add sponsored advertising in between or before your episodes, yeah. And once you build like a followership, like people listening to you, yeah, obviously that's also a great way to make money. And even if you just were to share your daily life, yeah, it's like, if you look about the TV show Seinfeld, was really very popular, and it was a show about nothing. There was like no bigger story, no nothing to it. It was just random episodes, like random like, yeah, office life stuff, yeah, and it still worked, yeah. People want to see like other people's lives. They don't necessarily want to be entertained. So there's an audience for everything, even if you're into, I don't know, like live action role play or stuff like that. Yeah, make a YouTube channel about it. Just film with your phone. I think the hardest thing is like overcoming yourself and start filming. Well, I'm perfectly comfortable like when I'm sitting here and like or like walking through the home and just like recording a little bit, yeah. I'm, for example, not that comfortable, still not that comfortable, like walking out in the street and then like while walking recording, because they are like, I figure like, okay, because the image gonna be shaky, because like you cannot hold the phone stable. Carrying my gimbal all the way around with me all the time is kind of like not the best idea and stuff like that, or I don't want to do it. So like I just make excuses for not to do it, but actually I should, every day when I go for a walk or something, I should also like just record a brief video, or if even if it's like a short Facebook story, to reach out to people, to increase my reach, you know, like to increase my value, to increase like the value I give to people, and therefore like get more followers. People like the stories, people like the pictures, the videos, they share it at some point, yeah. And in the end, everything is about statistics. Even if you have a crappy video, yeah, like if you have a really great video, maybe you need to like have 10 people view it, and one of them will be like buy your product or follow you or whatever, yeah, or subscribe. And if you have a really crappy video, maybe you need 1,000 people or 10,000 people or 1,000,000 people to watch it. But in the end, there is always going to be one person that, even if your video is really crappy, that's going to be like, I'm still going to buy, yeah. So that's like the important thing. If I think how often I recorded now certain, like not sales videos, but like videos that I use on my funnel pages to promote products, yeah. Because I was not happy, I changed the offer. It's like the video was too long, the video was too short, I missed the point, like I didn't really speak to my target audience and stuff like that, yeah. And if I think about all that, like it's just like, you know, like putting myself in an uncomfortable situation, allowing myself to grow. And that's in the end what it takes, yeah. It's not a guarantee that you will succeed in a week, a month, or even a year. But if you like make yourself feel uncomfortable and keep doing things that others are not willing to do, again, like for example, today it's Father's Day in Austria, in Germany I think as well, and in Austria it's a public holiday. So everybody yesterday went out to get drunk if they are not having a family and stuff like that, and today they are hangover, yeah. Of course not everybody, but a lot of people, yeah. And now there are people who try to build something. So yesterday, maybe they tried to build something next to their 40-hour job, yeah, to their full-time job. So yesterday they were like, thank God it's holiday. So yesterday they spent time working till late at night on their side hustle. And today they also work on their side hustle, yeah, because they know why they sacrifice this time, yeah. That said, yeah, it's pretty much everything about the topic. What I would like to know now is like, what's keeping you from like doing the things others are not willing to do? Like, what's holding you back? Are you lacking like a business idea? Are you like, I don't know, just making up excuses like, if it were so easy everybody would do it? Or what's holding you back? Like, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out any other episodes. Also check out my Facebook page and my Facebook group. It's free and it provides you with a lot of content on like how to like monetize ClickFunnels. So it's really worth checking out. If you don't know ClickFunnels, it's even more worth checking it out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching and or listening, and looking forward to your comments and to talk to you tomorrow with episode number 52. Bye bye.